the landing page, aka the money page. We've divided landing page optimization and article optimization into two for the simple reason that they require two totally different approaches. Often on-page optimization is grouped into one conversation because the elements that need optimization are all the same. So that's your title tag, the title of the page, the URL, the copy, the images, and so on. However, the landing page is totally different to the article because it's at the very bottom of the funnel, below everything else. So the messaging changes, which means you need to rethink the copy and how you choose elements to target the right audience using the right keywords. Landing page optimization is fairly easy to do. Once you know how and you have the confidence from the successful case studies that you have, it becomes really easy. We'll teach you the foundational thinking, but I'd urge you to always be on the lookout for reasons why a particular page could be outranking you in Google, especially for competitive search terms. So that just breeds a really good culture of investigation and research. So I said that landing page optimization is fairly easy to do. The polar opposite can be said about the messaging and the demonstrating the value on a page. I found placing the copy in the right place to send the user on a journey while on a landing page is one of the most challenging things I've had to do in digital marketing. The problem comes in when people think they have a good landing page, but in actual fact, they are losing huge amounts of lead opportunities because of poor messaging and not demonstrating value from within this first few seconds after a user has landed on your web page. So I'd suggest you pair up with a business consultant who can articulate your business value proposition together with a copywriter who can take that message and relate it into a design within the website. It's worth the investment, so trust me. I mean, as web growth, we still haven't got it right, so we still got a long way to go. So aside from optimization, which we're going to get to now, there are three truths that make up a good landing page: the value proposition, the messaging of the copy, and the design. All three elements need to combine into one solid landing page that maximizes the conversion rate of this page. So below this video, we've placed a link to a landing page copywriting guide created by Unbounce. It's an absolute goldmine and is worth printing out all 40 odd pages of it. Okay, so you know that your money pages are centered around your product or service, right? But you also have your homepage. So our approach to the homepage is slightly different to most SEO people. We prefer to reserve the homepage for brand only or direct traffic. It's where you build trust with the person visiting your site. And wherever possible, we try not to focus a product or service related keyword on the homepage. Why? Because you'll most likely have a separate landing page for that product or service anyways. So you now immediately start cannibalizing your primary keyword. So this is a frequent mistake made by all shapes and sizes of businesses and SEO people. In our case, note how we use web growth as the primary keyword in the title tag, and then go on to use a more generic term in the title that expresses web growth more holistically, which is digital marketing training company. And at the time of this recording, we ranked number 1 for that term as well, which was just an additional bonus. So it's a great starting point to gain search market share and to start being recognized as a thought leader in your industry if you can rank for a more holistic search term. So basically a nice little way to start building traction that doesn't muddy the waters between your product or service keywords. Let's take a look at the anatomy of a successful landing page. I draw my inspiration from the guys at Unbounce, that landing page software company that we use for our own campaigns. So if your website has over 10,000 monthly visitors, or you're running targeted AdWord campaigns with a fairly high budget of say over 30,000 Rand per month, then I'd seriously consider using them if you're testing multiple designs to increase your conversion rates and decreasing your cost per lead. So first off, a very clear message above the fold is required. That's a non-negotiable. The submission form is above the fold. I've seen this firsthand that a form above the fold gets you much better results. I'm talking double and sometimes even 3 times the improvement in leads. Now, this is where a designer may argue against this theory. I, for one, don't always like a form to be above the fold purely from an aesthetics and a user journey perspective. Sometimes it's just not practical to have a form above the fold on all your service pages. So an alternative option is a clear call to action in the form of a button, which then either links further down the page or maybe to a pop-up or maybe to a completely new page. So you need to consider your design and the lead generation requirements, and then make a call as to what direction you want to go into in terms of that design. The decision needs to be strongly based on your business objectives. So the next element is social proof. This comes in the form of a testimonial or two, or perhaps some recognizable brands that you do work for. For us, we use students' visuals, so they're like a mugshot of them to give that social proof. And then you go into the features and benefits, which creates another visual impact. So my biggest learnings with landing page optimization is learning how to incorporate the keywords on the page that you want to target. So by this I mean being very specific when using keywords in the title tag, and then framing the whole page around these specific keywords. And remember to use variations. We call them semantic keywords. So you don't spam the page, and always keep the user in mind so it reads really well. And in the beginning of your campaign, do lots of competitor analysis to understand what competitors are doing and why they're doing it. So for example, what keywords are they choosing and why? Is it because of search volume, or are they trying to carve out a specific niche for themselves? Where is their call to action? What is their value proposition? And how does that value prop compare against yours? And then finally, what makes a truly great landing page in terms of performance is the supporting content that is linking back to your landing page. So your landing page is only as good as your supporting content that links to it. So remember to create a content plan that caters for tactical, middle, and bottom of the funnel content, so you can strategically place internal links to your primary landing page that we are now referring to. And again, mix up that anchor text that links to this landing page to avoid any over-optimization. Use Web CEO so you can get a very high-level view of what is linking to this page, and continue to monitor its page authority. In next week's module, we'll talk more about the content promotion, which speaks directly to this page authority strategy that we talk about.